And today we are going to be playing some Titanfall 2. But this is just gameplay, but the video is not really about gameplay. The video is about my thoughts on Titanfall 1, 2, and 3 is not really out. I think it's still being developed, but if so, I'm just gonna throw it out there, just in case if it's being developed. Now, Titanfall 1 franchise, it made a lot of money. It made a lot of impact into the community. Like, Titanfall 1 was the best game out there. It was only out for Xbox. I think it was Xbox 360 too. I think Xbox 360 was in there too, but yeah. And it made a lot of money. It made a lot of gameplay. It made a lot of I don't want to say fame, because not a lot of people heard about the game, but it made a lot of good impact. But from recently, since EA bought EA bought Respawn, which wasn't really recent. It was like a long time ago. EA's been fucking up Fortnite. Titanfall. I'm sorry, guys. I need to get my head out of the clouds. Anyways, so yeah, EA's been fucking around with Titanfall, and it's garbage. On my opinion, anyways, it's garbage. They barely add any updates to the gameplay. They barely added new structures into the gameplay. It's just same thing. It's just, oh, let me just jump over here, or oh, let me just shoot over here. They haven't really added anything new. I mean, if they did, please tell me in the comment section. But I've been playing Titanfall for at least a good amount of while now. I'm a really big fan of Titanfall. I haven't played part 1, but I did play part 2, and part 2 is actually pretty good. I mean, the storyline is pretty good. The gameplay for it's pretty good, and yeah. But I'm not having trouble with Titanfall 2. I'm having trouble with the way Titanfall 2 was made for. The storyline is very excellent, but the storyline is kind of short too. So like, depending how long you play, it'll take you like a couple of days, probably like 1, maybe 2 days. But from where I'm at, and sometimes I play it very often, it only takes you hours. Yeah, it only takes you like 1 hour to complete the gameplay, and the story is half sad, half funny. Like, there's some commentary with BT and pilot Jack Cooper over here. So yeah. Anyways, they give you options for commentary, as you can see, and it's very nice. It makes you feel like you're actually communicating, you're actually bonding with the mechanics. Considering that he's just a robot. But yeah. Anyways, they got some heartwarming story. They got some heartwarming moments. It's pretty funny, but kind of short. I mean, there's not really a lot of moments here to have. Like, the storyline is super short. The gameplay is super short, and the only reason why it's super short is because originally it wasn't supposed to be made for a campaign. It was originally made for online. Now, I don't have online backup evidence, but I am sure all of you know about online, obviously. This game was in 2016, and I'm currently playing it 2018 because people on YouTube, small YouTube channels, big YouTube channels, have been talking about Titanfall 3. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should make a video about Titanfall. It's been a while, really. And yeah. So my thoughts on Titanfall 1 was very good. The storyline, well, there was no storyline. It was an online multiplayer where you have to fight the IMC. You have to fight the big robots. You have to kill like a lot of soldiers. They were planning to destroy their home, the militia's home, and they had to put a stop to it. So they made big ass titans to fight these other titans, and that's pretty much it. They collected scrap metal to create their titans, and it's a war zone. In Titanfall 2, the storyline is pretty simple. After collecting some metal, they thought maybe they could create a new gen of a titan. This titan is called a Vanguard class titan, which is developed from I think it was developed from Hammond Robotics. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was from Hammond Robotics, or it was from the militia fleet called, I think it was SRS, or it was just the militia. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just throwing it out there. These robots were created and designed to battle other titans, such as the Ion, the Scorch, and the Ion was basically like a big ass Titan from Titanfall 1, except they remodeled it. The Scorch, Titanfall 1. Oh, and they created new Titans like Ronins. You know, they created those Titans, the IMC. And personally, I think Ronin is my favorite due to its mobility. You go super fast. It has a katana for a sword, so I'm pretty happy for that. But yeah, they added Titans. They replaced the Titans with new Titans. They scrapped them and remodeled them like the Scorch, you know, and yeah. But Militia Fleet or SRS or Robotics, they created a Vanguard class Titan, which is developed only for only for Militia Fleet, and yeah, and the first robot that was created was BT-7274, which is an original Vanguard class Titan that you have to team up with in story mode. Now, story mode is a lot of fun. Again, it's short. It barely gives you information about your Titan, but throughout the whole bio, as you could say it, it gives you pretty good information about where BT was from or how BT was created, you know. Gives you pretty good facts. And then we also learned that Jack Cooper has this condition where he forgot all of his memories from when he started from the war, from his parents. So we know that, and we know all that information. But we don't know fully about the origins. We don't know fully about BT. All we know is that he could be undercover, you know, since the IMC keeps on attacking the militia fleet for too long. You know, they could have implanted something in him. But we don't know. All we know is that the story barely gives you info. Only the bio, and the bio is usually on the back of the packaging if you buy a merchandise like the toy, or it's pretty much in the bio on Google if you search up Titanfall 2 bio. Now, in the bio, it would tell you about BT's life, it would tell you about Jack Cooper's life, pretty much every character you know in the gameplay. And I like it a lot. It's very informal. Now, Titanfall 2 is a great game, short storyline, and it was amazing. But it all ended back in 2017. Back in 2017, EA has bought, Respawn Entertainment, which corrupted the Titanfall fans out there, which got them pissed off. You know, they didn't like it because EA always gotta be expensive. You know, they always gotta throw out the whole gameplay, you know. I mean, if you fucking played EA's games, I'm sure you know what I mean. I mean, it's pretty fucking garbage, you know. So just seeing them in 2017, fucking buying Respawn, that pissed me off. Because Respawn developed Star Wars, I think it was Star Wars Battlefield. But their games are incredible, and just EA, you know, fucking buying their company, they just ruined it. They ruined it for everybody. Not just me, not just fans out there, they ruined it for everybody. Hell, they even ruined it for the people that haven't even tried the game, and they got a little disappointed too. Now, EA it's very expensive. EA is very non-generous, you know, but just them buying Respawn just really hurt everybody. It impacted in the most various wrong way, and yeah. But since EA practically bought Respawn, there's been a lot of changes too. There's been a lot of changes with the game. Now, if you played the game back in 2016, you would know what changed and what did not change. You know, if you're using the Titan and you press X, they'll let you slide 2 times. Now that EA has bought the game, it also reincarnated, like they recreated it, and they added new stuff for online, meaning you can only go once with your Titan. Like if you press X to slide, you can only go once, and then you have to wait for a fucking hour or 2, which is unbelievably painful. But yeah, the other thing they added too was, and I can't believe I have to say it, the estimated time for your glider. I mean, not glider, for your grappling hook. I mean, come on now. Like, they make you wait a half a minute just to get your thing ready, like your grappling hook. If you're using different pilots and one of them is grappling hook, you have to wait for fucking 2 to 3 minutes, which is obviously a pain in the ass, because nobody wants that shit in their game, alright? Now, for those of you that are patient, this probably won't bother you, but for those of you who are quick hardcore gamers that are into titanfall, then it's going to be very fucking hard, because the grappling hook basically gives you an ability to shoot through any object and it'll zoom you in like Spider-Man. And boy oh boy, waiting for 3 up to 5 up to 4 minutes, and it's going through hell, because if you don't have your grappling hook, you're pretty much fucked in a battlefield. I mean, this happened to a lot of times to my friends. Each time we've been playing Titanfall 2 and our grappling hooks don't work, you know, we have to wait for an instant 4, 5, probably 2 minutes. 2 minutes doesn't sound bad, but 4 and 5 minutes? Come on now, this has got to be a fucking joke, right? Now, again, if you're patient, it's not going to be a problem for you. But a lot of people out there always complain about the way they took away the power-ups for your pilot. Like, let's just say I can turn invisible, and if I run, you see how fast it goes down? Back in 2016, it didn't go that fast. It did not. But they recently changed it in 2018 as well, and they also changed it back in 2017. Which was disappointing, which left me to stop playing Titanfall, which left me stop talking about Titanfall. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, Joe, what's your thought on Titanfall 3? You explained to us Titanfall 2, you explained to us Titanfall 1. What about Titanfall 3? Now Titanfall 3 is not fully developed, but we've been getting some hints that's being developed. For example, Battlefield 5. Nobody knew Battlefield 5 was being created until we got all the trailers, until we got all the details about Battlefield 5. They even released a fucking beta for Battlefield 5, which nobody knew about the whole experience, about it whole being all... You know what I'm getting to, like, they don't really know about the gameplay, so they give us a taste. Now, Titanfall 3 didn't give us taste, but they did give us details through leaving hints out for YouTubers to find out. And in YouTube videos, people I've been watching, they make up some pretty compelling details. Like, it's going to be very difficult to know about Titanfall 3. Because in Titanfall 3, obviously they're going to add customization to your Titans. Obviously it's going to have customization for your pilots, for your Titans. You know, it's going to have customizations everywhere. Now, we don't know if they're going to release a story mode for online or for, you know, for solo, but... Yeah. Like, we don't know any of those stuff, but we do know that they're adding new things, they're adding new themes, and the story mode, either it's a continuation for Titanfall 2, or it's just a new storyline for Titanfall 2. Now, in Titanfall 2, you know that BT dies from the Ark, you know, and Jack Cooper, you know, felt distraught, and they made him a new Titan. Well, if you fully looked in the ending, you could see that the helmet kept on beeping, you know, and if you looked in the signal, or if you like scanned it or something like that, you could clearly see it has 1001s, you know, it has a lot of 1001s. And it's going to read out, Jack, are you there? Jack, Cooper. You know, it's going to say that. And then that's basically it of the story. You know, that's where it ended. And, yeah. Now, people have been making theories about Titanfall 3. And some of the theory involves BT being recreated from IMC, or the IMC just exploring the destroyed planet and just found out that BT is in there, or the fucking Monarch in Titanfall Online, which is not a new Titan, but it was a new Titan back in 2017, and around 2017, it was a new Titan, and oh my fucking god, like, people have been making some crazy theories about the game, and I'm not gonna lie, I agree with some of them. And I have to say some of them, because some of them I don't fully agree, such as Jack Cooper, I don't know, going to this facility undercover as an IMC, because in the game you wouldn't know that, you know, they can't allow that, you know, in the game they have some heavy security. They've been building new stuff. They've been building new Titans. Titans can detect enemies. You know, so I don't think it's going to be that easy to go undercover, since Titans have this thing where they could scan you to see if you're hostile. Take BT, for example. As you're playing the game, you would know that BT was scanned for hostiles. And the hostiles won't blend in. Believe me, they won't not blend in at all. So that's gonna be hard for Jack Cooper to go undercover. But there's this other theory where the Monarch must have been BT. I have to take away that theory too, because there was actually more than 2 Vanguards that got burnt to a fucking crisp. There was actually I forgot her name, Sarah Briggs, I think it was. Yeah, it could be Sarah Briggs. So yeah, Sarah Briggs lost her Titan during the Ark retrieval, as y'all can know. And at that part, you can see her without her Titan. Now, everybody's been questioning if the Titan went back to the ship, or the Titan went that way or this way. No, the Titan basically sacrificed herself, or himself. And yeah, and he died. It was a sad death too, because he risked his or her own life just to protect Sarah Briggs, and it was a sad moment there, you know, seeing your best friend, you know, out there sacrificing themselves to save you. Now, it's very hurtful, just imagining your best friend risking his life or her life to save you in a real life situation. But Sarah Briggs and the Titan, they look like they had a perfect friendship. I mean, we barely knew about them. They barely show us their bondage. But just seeing them work together in the video game, and just seeing them communicate and all that, it looked like they had a pretty good friendship. Just like BT and Ty Lastimosa, his previous Titan, which got killed by fucking, I forgot his name. Fuck, guys. I think it was Cuban Blisk. Yeah, I'm gonna assume it was Cuban Blisk. So yeah, Cuban Blisk ended up stabbing him in the back with his Titan. And then Ash, with her Titan, went in front of BT and beated the shit out of him. Like, and that was the beginning of the mission too. So yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on, and that leading up to Ty Lastimosa to being killed. Now, that part got BT 7274 messed up, because they worked together for the longest. I think BT said something about 937 or 936 days ago when they first met, which is a lot of days. I think it was 900, maybe it was 600. I don't remember that much, guys. I haven't been playing Titanfall in such a while. But yeah. Anyways, that got BT real messed up real quick, and you know they had a friendship going on. And even though BT's a robot, he possesses human feelings, meaning he possesses pain, he possesses, you know, love. You know, he can feel human emotions, and that's very incredible for a robot. And robots basically don't have feelings, because again, they're robots. You know, they shouldn't have that unless they're AIs. But we'll discuss that later on. AIs are kind of they're kind of similar to the Titans in this game, but the Titans are more advanced. But I'll get to the AIs later on for the gameplay. But right now, let's talk about the whole situation going on. Now, Titanfall's been going on for a while. Titanfall 2's been going on for a good long hour until they screwed it up by letting EA buy them. And well, Titanfall 3 is still being developed, and we don't know if it's going to be released in 2020 or in 2019. Now, my guess it's going to be around 2020, because for Titanfall 1, it was released, I think it was in 2004 or 2000 something. I don't know. It was around 2000 something. It was 2000 something. And the game being developed was a very long time ago, and it made good amount of money. But people got a little tiresome of waiting. So maybe that led to some people giving up on Titanfall 1. But yeah. Titanfall 2, it came out in 2016, which was a couple of years after the Titanfall 1 ended and the whole Titanfall 1 theme was over. You know? And you know, and okay. Yeah, Titanfall 1 was made back in 2000 something. Titanfall 2 was made in 2016. Now my guess here is that Titanfall 3 is going to be coming out in 2020 or possibly 2019. Now we don't have any information of its release date, but we do have information about what the game is going to have. New Titans, obviously. They're going to have new access, you know, new gameplays. We don't know about the whole graphics. We don't know anything about the storyline. Hell, we don't know anything about the game in general. All we know is what's gonna have and what type of characters there's gonna be. Obviously, Sarah Briggs and Jack Cooper will be there due to Titanfall 2, or not. You know, that's all up to the developers. But all we know is that there could be new maps, meaning there could be new characters, there could be new Titans being developed. You know, there could be new DLCs. But yeah, we don't know any of that stuff fully. Maybe they can make new weapons for Titans. We don't know. All we know is that they're adding customization for your pilot and Titan, and there's going to be online. But we don't know the story yet. We don't really know. All we know is those. And we have to wait until 2019 or 2020, which is not pretty long, if now that you think about it. I mean, 2020 is going to be here very soon. Is September 12th, and tomorrow is September 13th, which I'm super happy for tomorrow, because tomorrow is my birthday. So yeah, I won't be recording on that day, I think. But if I do, you know, I just want to make a vlog or something. But yeah, and that got me happy, you know, that got me happy. But I was kind of disappointed too, because Titanfall was such a good game until EA bought it. So you know, obviously there's going to be a lot of people going to be buying the game because, you know, they want to see oh, maybe they improved. You know, EA probably added something very good to the game. I highly doubt that. I mean, the graphics are amazing, the animation are amazing, the storyline is amazing, but the updates have been getting a little bit off too much, you know? Like, there's barely anything good in the game that you would hope and see. But yeah, Titanfall 3. Titanfall 3, the storyline obviously is gonna be having Jack Cooper and stuff, and I think it's a continuation from Titanfall 2, as I said. And it's gonna look perfect. Hopefully it's gonna look perfect. But again, I highly doubt that now that EA's been pretty much doing many things wrong to the gameplay. There's barely anything going on here. And yeah. But that kind of settles it. Now, I hate to say it, but I don't think I would want to even go near Titanfall 3. I mean, Titanfall 3, it sounds amazing, and yes, EA is developing it, no others, not even EA, but EA is going to be supervising them, and supervising is kind of like watching a child, seeing if they're doing anything right or wrong. You know, it's that type of supervision, and we all know that the supervision EA has been giving is very terrible. I mean, look at Battlefield fucking 5. That game is going down the drain already, and it's been released for a couple of days. Like, the beta's been released and nobody knows what happened. Like, is it World War II? Is it a post-apocalyptic from World War II? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Because the game trailer has been getting confusing. Now, from Battlefield 1 from World War I and from Battlefield 5 from World War II, it almost looks similar. The storyline is a little bit different, but the graphics and all that looks very similar. But yeah. Anyways, I would be shocked to see if Titanfall 3 is going to have the same graphics as Titanfall 2 and 1. But if we get a better chance, maybe we could see more high quality, you know, more schematics into the gameplay. Because hopefully it's going to have like HD quality. Like, let's just say you got a big ass HD TV and you're watching fucking Cartoon Network or some shit, right? And then you see the characters, so you can see the characters glowing in colors, you know, and the lighting looks so perfect, like clean and not all digitally. You know, hopefully we get to see that in Titanfall 3. But again, the storyline would be different. It would be disappointing to think about it. But yeah, I mean, Titanfall 2 possesses options for you to talk to your robot, and Titanfall 3 hopefully it would have the same thing. You know, it probably has the same thing, but yeah. A lot of people were complaining about the whole weighting estimation, you know, for your pilot's ability, such as cloaking, you know, and such as grappling hooking. You know, obviously people were complaining about that, just like people complaining about Fortnite. If you see my video, my thoughts of Fortnite, you could see some compelling ideas of what I've been giving to you. Like, you could see the lags I've been having, you could see a lot of things going through, and it's like, it's a very pain in the ass just having lags and having all that into the gameplay, you know. But again, people were complaining it, Epic wasn't listening. But EA is smart, and the reason why I say EA is smart is because EA listens to the complainant. They don't ignore it, they listen to it, and they try and fix it, but they fail at fixing it. Like, they listen, but they don't want to hear about the complainants, so they just add new things, or they just fucking add new updates or something like that.
Hopefully Anderson's alive.
Anderson is a veteran of dishonest violence. He has survived multiple covert missions within enemy territory.
Yeah. So yeah, my thoughts on Titanfall 3. Hopefully it doesn't blows. I mean, Titanfall 2 has been giving a lot and a lot of Easter eggs, such as what I'm seeing right here.
Lucky you.
Such as right here. As y'all recognize, this is a Titanfall 1 Titan, not the older class. I think it's like the Atlas class. So you can see many Easter eggs of the Titanfall franchise. This year, I think it is from Atlas or from possibly Titanfall 1 Titan. But yeah, you can recognize this torso just by looking at it. It's a Titanfall 1. Now, not many of us get these types of things in Titanfall, but it's pretty good that they're trying to bring back Titanfall 1 and mixing it up a couple of notch by putting it in Titanfall 2. And it's pretty fun because the Easter eggs are amazing, such as the fucking Loch Ness Monster. The pilots, same pilots from Titanfall 1, can be shown in Titanfall 2. You just gotta be in certain missions and certain maps. Certain villains, IMC.
In the ceiling.
Objective complete. We have rendezvous with Major Anderson.
I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, guys. I'm just.
It's cold, BT.
Correct. Anderson's current temperature is 17
I don't know. I don't know, man. All I'm saying is that, you know, hopefully it's better for Titanfall 3. I mean, I like how they put the same Titans, same pilots. I like how they put the same, you know, pretty much every detail they added. They even added fucking dragons in the game, bro. And that's something that's really fun. You know, they added so much things. They added Easter eggs, such as the IMC from Titanfall 1 you can see in online. If you go to this level I'm in right now, if you come to here, you can actually see a Titanfall 1 villain. Now, I can't really show you it in here because I'm in story mode, and in online it's very different from story mode. But yeah, if you go underneath like a little hole, you could see it. So I like how they put Easter eggs in the gameplay. I like how they put, you know, vlogs in the gameplay, like audio. You know, I like how they add those types of things. And yeah, it's pretty amazing. Now, not a lot of people like Titanfall. Not a lot of people like Titanfall 2. I mean, a lot of people like Titanfall 1. Due to EA always have to ruining stuff. But for Titanfall 3, it's still being developed, it's still being created, so nobody knows what's going to happen for Titanfall 3. Everybody knows what's going to happen with Titanfall 2. I mean, it's practically dead already. Barely people have been playing this game. I think over, only like I'm out on my thing, every time I log in, basically only 100, maybe 200 people play this shit, which is not a lot of people now that you think about it. You know, this game used to have millions of people playing it, but you know, they got too tired, so they sold their game, and GameStops, they sell their games, and eBay, you know, they've been selling the whole Titanfall franchises. Like, fucking, like, people sold Titanfall 1, which is reasonable, but they keep on selling Titanfall 2. Like, they played it, they disliked it, and then they just sell it. And I could see why back in 2017. Like in 2017, everybody was saying, oh my gosh, thank God the game is cheap, let's see what they did. And then they get the news after they fucking play online or story mode that EA bought the game, and you know, that made people, you know, go back to the store and sell their games. And that's pretty disappointing, because that's like, it's like money going down the drain. So EA has nothing to do left. Like, it's to people's choice. They can't really force them to play the game. You know, it's their choice, and their choices are what they are. So yeah, there's nothing that EA could do about it. The only thing they could do is give back Respawn the company so that, you know, the game would exist and a lot of people would buy it more. Yeah, possibly like up to $1 billion. I mean, think about it. A lot of fans out there got tired of Titanfall because of EA, you know, adding new unnecessary updates, just like Fortnite Battle Royale. And that led to the point where everybody just disliked the game. But yeah, Titanfall 3, it's gonna have a comeback. It's gonna have like lots of new characters. It's gonna have lots of familiar characters you're aware of. Maybe they're gonna add a tribute to Ty Lastimosa, since he is the character that used BT, the first Vanguard class Titan we ever known in the game so far. So yeah, maybe we'll see him again. Maybe they'll make a tribute of him, you know, or funeral. And yeah. Anyways, I had a lot of fun with Titanfall. I had a lot of fun with Titanfall 2. I even had lots of imagination where if I got a chance to talk to the creators, I would pretty much give them my ideas for the game, such as you know, new Titan classes, new abilities the Titans would have. You know, I would have given them everything. I would even give them a storyline. Like when I was, I think I was like 11, which is not really that old, but when I was 11, I freaking had so much imaginations going on in my head right now for Titanfall 2. Like for Titanfall 3. I mean, I had like lots of things. I would want to give them my ideas, but you know, since they're such a big company, I don't think, you know, they would hire anybody. But they have been hiring people for Titanfall updates, and they've been hiring Titanfall for the academics of the gameplay. So they've been inviting and they've been hiring people for that, and yeah, but I don't think that was based on the storyline. All I knew is that they were pretty much giving people jobs for Titanfall, meaning what do they think about the game, or what do they want for the next update for Titanfall 2 and 1. You know, that's pretty much that stuff. I don't think there was anything for Titanfall 3 on that time, but you know, if there was an Indivision for Titanfall 3, I would let my mind out. I would give them all my ideas, because I have all these ideas rushing in my head, you know, that I want to give them. Because I had a wild imagination. You know, I had a wild imagination, and I wanted to give them all my ideas for Titanfall 3. But again, I'm not really that old enough. I am currently 13, which, yeah, I can't have a job when I'm 13. But yeah, I mean, I could have just certain jobs, but not like company jobs, not like game developer or something. No, not like that. I can only have like a job as a store cashier or something. But yeah, I mean, if they allowed it, I would have given some great ideas. I would have given the people what they wanted that would be added in the game, you know. But sadly, I couldn't, because I'm not old enough to even do stuff like that. But yeah. And sorry guys about my whole rambling. It's just I couldn't hear myself talk. I couldn't think with all that noises I had on my microphone. Because if y'all know, I like to play in all audio, which is listening to music on my microphone. I can't really put copyrighted music on. I can't put XX Testosterone or whatever the hell you pronounce it. I can't put Skeleton. I can't put any of the songs on because they're both copyrighted and they're both not my songs. Now there was this lady on YouTube. She asked me. She asked me to go to her YouTube channel in case if I wanted to add some music onto the gameplays I was making, and I told her thank you. Well, that was pretty much it. I told her to thank you, but I needed to think about it because, again, I'm trying to edit my videos and I wanted to make something new, you know, and edit so I can put that music on, but like honestly, I don't know. Like all I know is how to not edit. You know, I've been trying to edit for so long. I downloaded this thing where you can edit, but I don't think you can edit music into it. If so, please guys tell me. It's called Share Factory. And in Share Factory, you get to edit, you get to do many stuff, you get to make videos on it, and it's pretty fun. Now, I've been using Share Factory for quite a while, but I only used it for my memes. Like, I know how to post memes, but I don't know how to post videos on it. You know, and on Share Factory, you get to post videos on YouTube, you get to post any of that on YouTube, on Twitch, you can put it on anything really, on Facebook, which I'm at right now. And I would really release my videos right now. Trust me, I would. But it's too much, like I don't know anything about it. Each time I wanted to put a video, it always says go to this or go to that. I even watched the tutorial, it didn't show me anything about selecting videos, and that's the only thing I'm having trouble with. How do I select my videos? You know, that's the only trouble I have, which is a pain in the ass, really, considering that nobody talks about that on YouTube, because, you know, everybody knows it, but not me. But if there is someone that makes a tutorial about Share Factory, please let me know. That would be useful, because I'm sick and tired of fucking trying to figure out the ways of the game, of the ways of the fucking share play. But yeah. Anyways, new videos will be coming on in a couple of days, probably in a couple of weeks, probably somewhere between then. But for now, you know, I'm just gonna, I don't know, probably just fuck around in the internet, trying to find something stupid, you know. And yeah. Oh, by the way, I kind of want to do a rant video, but I don't know who, and I don't know who to make it on, because there's so many YouTubers out there like Eli So Cray, Rice Gum, I think that Tomo, you know, the guy that keeps on using suicide to get views. I think that was his YouTube channel, Tomo. Whatever the fuck his name is, he doesn't really deserve all that, considering that he kept on using suicide as a fucking way to get views. Disgusting. And yeah. Anyways, I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out, but my rant video won't be soon. It's gonna take a while though, because there's like lots and lots of YouTubers out there that are always doing dumb shit, like Jake Paul, Logan Paul. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers out there that keep on doing stupid shit. But yeah, hopefully you guys can give me suggestions. Oh my god, I'm tongue tied. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Titanfall 2 is not bad. The story mode. Online, oh god, no, I got no words for online. Titanfall 1, amazing. Like, there's too many charisma, too many battle. It's just it didn't have any storyline. You could barely knew what it was about, except, you know, titans and guns and people getting killed and people killing each other. That's pretty much all there is. Titanfall 3, it's pretty much unknown. So I have no thoughts for Titanfall 3 yet. I just wanted to put it in the title because, well, you know, because I just wanted to tell y'all about the things they added. So they're gonna add customizations, they're gonna add all that, they're gonna add a lot of things, really. They're gonna add new characters, they're gonna add old characters, they're gonna add too much things. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be entertaining, I don't know. I mean, EA is supervising, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. Because it is Respawn's game, and Respawn can do whatever the fuck they want to the game. But, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, please like, please comment down below in case if you want to leave any, you know, things out there that I missed out. And, yeah. Now, the graphics are all amazing. The gameplay, you should buy it if it was 2016 or 2017, but at this rate, nobody's playing anymore. So, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I apologize. It's just my microphone has been a little too much for me lately. And yeah. Anyways, peace out.